which is a very important topic to the man sitting to my left and to the right of John. The man right in the middle.
Oh.
The man in the
Wrong
middle.
right.
Oh. You're looking at the right on the screen.
Oh, hello.
My bad. Our left. Our left and right. Brando. This is Extra Life.
This is
Conversation
Absolutely.
time, baby.
Yep.
Last year we did Extra Life on a fluke, and literally on a Thursday was like, "Hey guys, you want to do Extra Life Saturday?" Sure. And we didn't plan at all.
Nope. Didn't know what we were getting into.
But we sure as hell made the most of it. We raised, I think, just over $500, maybe a little bit more. Ate a lot of hot peppers, Brandon included. Brandon, that was his first taste of game misconduct right there.
And that hot of a pepper.
And we were just like, you know what? You are such an amazing man. You should join the crew because you definitely helped us during that time. And since then, Brandon's just taken full speed ahead and said, I want to do Extra Life. I want to do this. And we're like, okay, Brando, this is your territory, bro.
PM it, buddy.
We're not planning it on a Thursday like Alan this time.
No.
I shout out to Alan for not doing any of the stretch goals, too. Thanks, buddy. He's like, let's do
Don't
it.
eat that cake. I can't eat all that ice.
I can't have that. I will be bloated.
I'm not eating that pepper.
That pepper's too hot. Oh,
Damn
God.
it, Alan.
Let's touch on the pepper real quick before we start talking about Extra Life. We did, if you haven't seen it, maybe I'll put it in the description if I can think about it. The Carolina Reaper. And we had like two of them, I think. And we split them into enough pieces for three of us to have. Because Brandon on the podcast is like, we're eating both of them. And I'm like, we were originally just going to split one pepper in three. God, that was such a miserable
nobody
night.
beat my ass for suggesting that afterwards. I don't think anybody had the strength to.
Well,
but
I think the pepper did the trick for us because I think it hit you probably the hardest.
It did.
Brandon's had stomach problems in the past, and it definitely hit him pretty hard. He was just like, I'm not good. And I'm like, I'm not good. My stomach was cramping. John was shaking.
I was down for 2 days, and my wife did not give a shit. She didn't. She was so pissed off.
Yeah.
She's like, well, that's what you get. Am I supposed to feel sorry? I'm like, well, a little sympathy would be good.
Maybe something. Maybe
Yes,
give me a
please.
glass of milk. We didn't plan ahead either. We had no food in the house, no milk, any of that. We just.
Well, I tried to wash mine down with beer, and the oil from the pepper
shoot.
that spread like wildfire.
Yeah. We stood in place for about 40 minutes. Because if you moved, it just shook your whole body. We just did not. We weren't ready for it. I don't know how some people like throw down 4 of those things.
Or the big ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the big juicy plumpy ones. Because you smell that thing, it burns your nose. I almost sneezed. So needless to say, we're not doing peppers this year. I know everybody. That was the one thing that got everybody to start donating. I'd jump on Facebook Live and be like, "I'm gonna eat this pepper if we get $50," and 3 people would donate $50. So. The purpose of this talk here is just kind of get people ready for Extra Life and also talk about what we think we should do for our stretch goals this year. Yeah. I don't know if you guys had anything in mind. And also, this is open conversation. Anybody that watches this podcast or this part of the podcast, Danny, you included, if you want to suggest some things that we could do for stretch goals. Now, a stretch goal, for those that don't know, is if we get to $100, we do this. If we get to $200, we do this, and vice versa. Ultimately, leading up to a goal, I think we probably should set our goal on this, what we think is realistic in terms of our output. I think it's going to be bigger than last year because how many subscribers did we have this time last year?
Like 40.
40.
That.
40, and we put up $500. Now, a lot of that was our friends and family. Yeah. But I think we can pull in just as much, if not more, this year if we plan it right. So, what do you think, Brandon? I mean, where has your mind been in this whole thing?
So, I have a few of them. The paintball gun.
Ah, yes, paintball.
Getting
Pain
shot
is always
shirtless with the paintball gun, not with a shirt on, shirtless.
Shirtless.
One of mine is, I would like to do, and I'll do it, a seafood shake. So nothing but seafood, and then the liquid is chicken broth. Different kinds of seafood.
We have a fruit ninja downstairs.
Yep, I know.
Maybe we can put it on the table. One plus we have here is we do have the interchangeable sets now. Before we were just here and all the screens, and we'd have to tear it up. So it's going to be as easy as switching from games over there to the set over here. So maybe we could just post up a lot of the various items on the table.
I'm good with
and
that.
maybe have them labeled like this is 100, 200, etc. And then as we work our way through them, eliminate them and bring more stuff onto the table. I don't know. You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I like that idea a lot.
Because all I have to do is hit the HDMI switch and we can come through this on the live stream. Where do we think we should stream this year? YouTube or Twitch? I know Twitch is the main sponsor of the thing.
Mixer.
Brought to you by Microsoft.
Microsoft.
I know a lot of our fan base, though, is on YouTube, and
Yeah.
I feel like if we were streaming all day on YouTube, a lot more people would probably show up because they see we'd be live all day. That's just me.
Yeah, we can stream on YouTube.
You think YouTube's a good spot?
That's for us. I think that's because we don't really have a Twitch presence.
Yeah, we don't. We have a page, but we never update it.
Yeah, and for all of our loyal following fans, I think YouTube's the best place to do it. Because if people are going to donate, they're going to donate. And if they just want to watch, then great.
Yeah, that's
know?
true. I will say last year we kept changing the title, and every time you change the title on YouTube, it gives you a different link. So I think we need to leave the title the same and
Extra
just
Life.
change the game, because I had a lot of people text me like, where's the stream at? So we will keep the same stream hopefully up all day. Now, if we come offline, we'll do our best to repost it to our social medias and all that. And we got a lot bigger team this time around. We'll obviously have shifts and whatnot, but there's definitely that grind moment, which happens probably about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that's when it just switches over from a donation to
Power through
this. Now, Danny, I'm sure will ride with us through the whole thing.
Yep.
Probably be playing with us the whole time. What kind of games do you think we should play this go around? I know you talked about Call of Duty World War II will be out at that time.
It'll be fresh.
Do you have anything you want to play, Brando? Or
Maybe some COD, maybe some Crucible and Destiny.
should we do our raid live on the air? That'd be a lot of. We'd only have one perspective, I feel.
Yeah.
That'd be a little hard to do. But yeah, we can get some Destiny in there. I'm sure it'll be still pretty big at that time.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed will be out.
Some of the party games would be good.
Yeah, we had fun with that last year,
Yeah.
especially with the Mario Party.
Yep.
The only problem I have is that green screen space is a little hard to do the party stuff, so we'd have to, we'd probably just have to move it over here for some of the stuff. I know we want to just have this as the main table, but for party games, we could set up a monitor underneath there, and it's as easy as pulling a HDMI switch and moving it over. So,
Yeah.
Party games, all the fun stuff, seafood shakes, paintball guns. We're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna get all the specifics out, but this is just to get people ready, because I mean this is for a good cause.
Yeah. If the price is right, we'll shave the beard down to nothing on stream.
Yes, the beard will go down to nothing, and I feel like we should have a head stretch goal too. I talked about this last year. We never got to it, obviously, but if we get a ridiculous amount of money, I think we should do it for the kids, man. I'd go buzz cut for that. I mean, he's already buzz cut, so he wouldn't have to do much.
I'll go razor cut.
You go razor. You get to give the razor cuts.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm good with
One
that.
thing the girls talked about, Liz and Alexandra, because they will be here, talked about makeup.
Okay.
Certain parts of the stream, one of us has to get makeup and wear it for the rest of the night.
I love that idea.
We also talked about
normal
Johnny's gorilla suit at one point. That's very uncomfortable, but you can make donations for certain people to have to wear the gorilla suit. It should be like a tier, maybe $50. Hey, $50, Tony has to wear it for an hour.
And it's so hot in there.
And it's so hot. And so somebody can keep getting screwed, basically, for if somebody keeps throwing in $50, somebody could be wearing the gorilla suit for... My vote is Alan. That'll be... Yeah, I'm going to be donating $50 to keep
I'll just keep hitting it every hour.
$50. Maybe we'll make it less than that, 25, 20.
Yeah.
$50 is a little steep.
There's also some this one's not as bad, but there's they have chocolate or candy coated bugs,
Oh, yes, there you go.
and you can eat. I mean, it's not as bad, but maybe.
See, these are the
maybe a
things
couple
we
things like
needed last year, because all we had was peppers. And
Yeah.
Man, was it peppers and cookie cake.
Yeah,
Are you going to partake in a dessert this year?
I will, as long as it's not that much icing. That was so bad.
I think we need to get on Amazon and get some foreign foods. Like some gross Russian foods, some gross Japanese foods, some gross Korean foods. And make those stretch goals too.
That's true. You know who was really good motivation for that is Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah.
They do some nasty stuff, like in terms of stuff that they'll eat.
Squid ink.
Oh,
treats
just
and
gross items. And I'm fine with that. As long as it doesn't involve like moldy cheese, I won't do moldy cheese.
Yeah,
I won't do moldy cheese, and I won't do the life straw thing with pee that they did. Did you see that one? Where they peed in the cups and it came out tasting like regular water.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it filters it.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, these are some good items. We're going to get them all written down. We're going to list them for you when that time comes. I think it's November 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Brandon's taking this and making it his own. This is his day. We're going to all be there. Obviously, it's for game misconduct, but this is a big deal for him. We're doing Monroe Carroll. Junior
Merle Crowe
Children's
Jr.
Hospital. That's what we did last year, and it's very special. Very special place in our heart.
Mm-hmm.
So just for personal reasons and all that. So it's really for a good cause, and we're not doing this for our own benefit. I've even said, like, the last thing I want to do is gain followers from this. I just want to just do this for the kids. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Even
we're not
if you
trying
don't
to
subscribe, just watch. If you feel like it, donate. If you don't, watch for the laughs.
Yep.
and-
It's going to be a good time. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was-
we're going to take the following Monday, maybe the Tuesday off, because that's how much we're going to put into this.
Yeah.
Last year, it just wrecked us. You got to stay up for 24 hours, and having to go back to work on Monday is rough. But
Yeah.
we're going to take that day off. I know John and I are. So
yeah.
we're willing to have a good time and do some crazy stuff. And Alan will be asleep by 11:30. So keep on the lookout. We're going to be plugging it like crazy. I'll probably be plugging it on the podcast, Foreign Film Friday, from this week forward. I gotta remember to do that. So, and we'll get with you guys when you're doing your Let's Plays as well, because we're going to record some new ones here pretty soon. We got to make sure that we touch on that. And the stream. The stream's another big proponent, because we do release that weekly as a separate video.
Mm-hmm.
So, got to make sure we talk about that probably at the beginning and the end of each thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the best time to get it in people's face. So, but we're going to be here
time.
on YouTube at our home
for 24 hours.
for 24 hours. You ready? I know
24
Brandon's ready.
long hours.
I only got to be here for 8 last time, and it crushed me. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to be here all 24.
24 hours. Your wife ready?
Yep.
Yep. We'll find out. Yeah, it's definitely an investment, but it's for all the right reasons. It's not like we're doing it just. I mean, we're having a good time, but it's not like we're doing it just to be selfish or anything, and
No.
just spend time away from our SOs. But it's a good thing. I'm excited. We're ready to go.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get the other boys on. I'm sure I can get Chris here. Chris is all willing to help as well. So the more people, the better, in my opinion, because that's more resources for reaching out to their people to get donations. It's not. None of it goes to us. Not a single penny goes to us.
100% of it goes to.
The way it's set up is perfect too.
The
It's
hospital
a
network.
separate link, and it goes to Extra Life. So you're not even giving it to us to give to them. It's going to just them. And you can use PayPal. You can use credit card. You can use all that. They make it super easy. It's not a sketch thing. It's super secure. I know, because I did donations last year. So, and I will donate this year as well. I'm ready for it.
Yep.
I'm ready for it. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have, I feel. Unless you guys have anything else you want to add.
That's it.
Do you have
That's
it?
it.
You're good?
Yep.
All right. Well, this has been the Game Misconduct Podcast. If you didn't know, it's available on all podcasting websites with the exception of Spotify. You can also watch it in video form over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Game Misconduct. We release it Monday through Wednesday, parts 1 through 3, and then the full video form on Thursday. Sometimes we stream. We might be streaming again this Friday, so keep on the lookout. We do that from 7 p.m. Central to 9:30 p.m. Central. Also, we're over on our social medias. John runs that. It's at Gamer Misconduct over on Twitter.
Yeah, that's it.
And his handle is Johnny Pickles89. Hey, man, I know him now.
That's it.
This one's the Igloo. Spelled with a 3 instead of an E.
That's true.
That's leet speak. And mine is Tony Crosno, with the other boys in the description below. But, with that said, this has been the Game Misconduct Podcast, episode number 49. I know, guys.
49.
We're almost to 52. That means we've been doing it for a whole year. That's some commitment, week
scary.
after
That is
week.
some-
I looked at that today, and I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, God.
I don't
mean-
know if we've ever taken a week off of it, have we?
No, we haven't. We've never, because the old Game Misconduct would. We were like, we're just not releasing anything. We've even prepped to the point where we've double podcasted, because I was out of town, or
that's true.
somebody else was. So we've been hitting it for almost a full year, man. That's pretty
weeks.
legendary right there.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
We'll have to stamp it.
Yeah, we'll make the 52 a little bit of a special one.
Yeah.
We'll reflect on some. Maybe we can go back and listen to our first one and then talk about it for a topic. See how far we've come.
Yeah.
I'm not talking zero, because zero's a podcast, but that's really, we did that just to practice.
Yeah.
It was the first time we sat down but I'm talking number 1. That was the first kind of John. We didn't even have John News at that point. We just talked about topics.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. We're almost there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.